All right, so to get started here, what we're going to do is we're just going to see how to set up a simple Node.js project here so that it uses TypeScript. So basically all that we need to do here is combine what we've learned so far about setting up a TypeScript project with the basic process for setting up a Node project. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to create a new empty directory, and I'm just starting in the repos directory here, which is outside of the directory that we've been using so far. And I'm just going to create a new directory here, and we'll call it something like Node-TS. And once we've done that, I'm going to open that up in my window here by saying code Node-TS. And you can always just do file open if this command doesn't work for you. So anyway, now that we have this open, what we're going to do is we're going to set up both Node and TypeScript sort of simultaneously. So the first thing, of course, is that we're going to initialize TypeScript, and by now we know the command. It's tsc --init, and if we hit that, we can see that that will add a tsconfig file to our project, and we'll see how to add a few more properties to this in just a minute here. But all right, now what we're also going to do is we're going to initialize this as an npm package. So all that we need to do for that is say npm init-y, and that will create a package.json file for us that will do things like keep track of our project's dependencies and just provide sort of meta information, and also allow us to use scripts whenever we want to do something like run our program, or if we want to create a custom script for compiling our TypeScript code. Cool, so now that we've done that, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to install a package here, and that package is going to be called @types/node. All right, now this is a pretty common pattern that you'll see when working with TypeScript and installing other libraries into your project. You know, for each and every library that you might install using npm, at least the ones that support TypeScript this is true for, there's a corresponding @types package that contains all of the corresponding types for everything in that package. So in other words, if you were going to install Express, which we'll do a little bit later here, you would install the Express package, but then you would also install, in many cases, @types/express. And this would contain all of the TypeScript support for the Express package. But for now, what we're going to do is just install that types/node package, and this contains all of the corresponding types for the built-in Node packages, such as the fs package. So let's install this, and we're also going to install it as a save dev, right? We're going to use the save dev flag to basically tell Node.js that we only want this dependency to be a dependency when we're in development, right? Because with TypeScript, we don't need it except when we're developing. So let's hit enter here, and that will install the types/node package for us. And now all we have left to do is create a new folder, and inside here we'll just call it source. All right, and then all we need to do is put a file inside of here, which we'll call something like script.ts. All right, we're just gonna write a simple script. And all right, and inside here all we'll do is we'll just say let text, and we'll set that type to string. And it is important that you actually specify this string type here so that we can make sure that all of the TypeScript stuff works. So what we're going to do is we're going to say hello from Node.js using TypeScript. And now that we've done that, we're just going to print that out to the console, and this will be how we check to make sure that everything is working. So now that we have that script.ts file written, let's also open up our tsconfig.json file, and we're going to need to add the include property to it that tells it where to find all of the code that we want it to convert from TypeScript to JavaScript. So that's going to look like this again, and the include should be an array, not a JavaScript or JSON object. And then we're just going to say /source//***.ts. All right, so that will get all of our TypeScript files. And then we just need to find the out directory option here. So there it is right here. You can always do Control F if you can't find it. And we're going to change that to build. And all right, and you don't have to do build for this. It could be dist. You can choose whatever name you want. But anyway, now that we've done that, let's just quickly run our TypeScript code, or compile our TypeScript code rather, by saying tsc. And if we hit enter, we should see that our build folder is now here with this script.js file inside of it, and we can now run that by saying node build/script.js. And sure enough, we'll see that it says hello from Node.js using TypeScript. So that's the basics of setting up a very simple TypeScript project with Node. And the next thing that we're going to see is how to write a slightly more complex script than what we just wrote here. So anyway, that's what we have coming up next.